So let us start one story and we will try to understand this thing, the entire statistics with the help of a story. Just assume that you all are having one store which is McDonald's. Okay. You are the owner of the McDonald's store. The introduction, we will keep it later on, all of you. We will keep the introduction later on. Please don't post anything in chat box now. I request, it's my humble request. Because now the chat box will be used for question and answers, okay? Or rather raising your queries. Okay, it's a humble request. Now I want to have a measure. That how many McDonald's or how many burgers have been sold today. So I want one value, right? What can be that value? I request all of you, please don't post anything now in the chat box, please. Okay, now we will do only chatting for answering something. Please don't post anything in chat box. Now I want to have some value that how many burgers have been sold in one day. Can you tell me what measure I will use? What measure I will use? Anybody can tell me what measure I will use? Am I audible? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you are audible. Sir, you are audible, but participant cannot give you an answer. Only we can type.
Let them type in the chat box. Which value I will consider? Okay. So I will consider count or the frequency. Right? That how many burgers have been sold. So this is a count data known as nominal data. We are counting. Now same count. I want to see that what is a bifurcation according to the male and female. So, how many male are consuming the burger and how many female are consuming the burger? So, this is a nominal data according to the category, by category. Right? Now I want to know the age group. Okay, now I want to know the age group. Now age is a continuous state, right? And therefore we can have age from 5 to 100. Okay, we can have age 5 to 100. Is it necessary to post your ID or post your... Please don't do it. I request all of you, you can do it later on. It is constantly giving me the message. It's a very humble request. Don't do it. Dharmendra sir, if you can request, please.
All of you, please write after some time.
Now, this age group which is there, it is a continuous data, and therefore we give them the name as scale data. It is a scale data. Now you must have learned in your 8th, 9th or 10th standard that when the data is continuous, we divide it into 0 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, and here we count the frequency. So we count the frequency here. And when we draw such type of chart, it is known as histograms. Is it clear? Is it clear, all of you? Fine. Now the same burden, it may be possible that there must be preference, that you give the first preference to particular thing, the second preference to some particular thing, and third preference to some particular type of burden. So a data has got a different, you can say different levels of measurement. You came across nominal, ordinal. This is again a category, and therefore I will name this as data is having 4 levels of measurement, right? The first level is nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio, right? Is it clear? Nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Now I'll give you the example to it. The first is weight. The example of ratio is weight, height. The example of interval is temperature and time. The example of ordinal is rank. I'll give you many examples, don't worry. The example of nominal is male and female. If I talk about human body, weight, the temperature, his rank in the organization, his or her gender, right? The percentage of the students, his rank in the class, and pass or fail. Say for example, you are having an LED TV with highest pixels, is your ratio scale, but the same LED TV, you convert it into black and white, it is a nominal scale. Is it clear to all of you? I hope there is no confusion. Now the only difference between interval and ratio scale is that here 0 is not a true 0. If you want, you can go on taking the notes. 0 is not a true 0. This means that suppose if I write 0 degrees Celsius, it doesn't mean that there is an absence of temperature. रात को जब घड़ी आपकी टाइम दिखाती है 00.00 और कोई आपको टाइम पूछता है, आप ये नहीं कहते हो कि कोई टाइम नहीं है, अभी कोई टाइम नहीं चल रहा है, आप कहते हो कि रात के 12 बजे। इसका मतलब है कि यहाँ 0 का मतलब 0 नहीं है, और यहाँ पे भी 0 डिग्री सेल्सियस का मतलब कि टेम्परेचर 0 है, ऐसा नहीं, मतलब टेम्परेचर बिल्कुल नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं। पर यहाँ पे suppose if I say 0 grams, it means that there is a complete absence of phenomenon. Is it clear, all of you? Shall I proceed further? Any questions are there? Please ask. Any questions? Shall I proceed? अच्छा, जिनको समझ में आ रहा है आप लिख दीजिए clear. Please लिखिए chat box में it is clear. Write down clear, all of you. I want that all of you should write. It is just क्या आप सुन रहे हो, कुछ लिखिए। अगर समझ में आ रहा है क्लियर लिख दीजिए, या एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड इन द चैट बॉक्स लिखिए, प्लीज लिखिए। Nobody is responding? Okay. निदा खान ने लिखा और किसी ने नहीं लिखा, कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है। Chat is disabled. Nida Khan ji, Dharmendra ji, can you allow the rights of chat to them? Dharmendra ji? that they are listening to, right? Okay. Now see, let's proceed further. Now, both of them, you can group it in one, and both this thing, you can group it into one. Now, interval and ratio together, they are also known as scale variable. Okay, they are together known as Nivedita Biswas. You want last thing to be repeated? No worry. See here, if I say 0 degrees Celsius, you have the temperature displayed is 0 degrees Celsius.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah. Now see, this is a scale. They both are collectively known as scale. Now with the help of scale, we all know we can measure meter. Do you all agree? Write down in the chat box. Do you all agree? With the help of scale, you can measure meter. Right? Now see, if you are having interval and ratio scale, you can measure mean and standard deviation. Do you agree with this? That for interval and ratio scale, you can measure mean and standard deviation. Mean height, mean weight, standard deviation of weight, standard deviation of height, you can measure it. And therefore, these are known as parameters. Okay? So, if you are having a scale variable, you can measure meter and you can measure mean and standard deviation, and they are known as parameters. So any variable whose mean and standard deviation can be calculated, you can run parametric test on it. Is it clear now? You can run parametric test on it. Now let us come here. We will pick up first word of N and first word of O, and I'll write down here NO, right? NO. So if any variable is nominal and ordinal, we will be using non-parametric test. Clear? Is it clear now, all of you? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Let's proceed further. Now, any variable which is ratio and interval, you can plot the histogram with, because it is a scale variable and you have to have a histogram with frequency polygon, right? Here, non-parametric does not have the continuity, and normally we go for plotting bar chart. Like the example which I gave is male, female, urban, rural, buyers, non-bias, or you can plot the pie chart. Clear? Is it clear, all of you?
Yes,
Select
sir.
rows. Fine. Now let me go in SPSS and try to run the analysis. Now this is a very typical view of SPSS. I know you have not worked on SPSS, but very interesting thing. It has got two views, data view and variable view. See here, data view and variable view. To bring any file, what you will do? You will go in file, okay, import the data. So if your data is in Excel, I'll just press it, bring the data from Excel. So a window will appear from which I can fetch the data. I have already imported the data and I'll be using it. Say for example, I'll be using employee data. Right. So here the variable view is on and here the original data is there. Okay. First of all, I'll clean some variables which I had used in the earlier session, which are not required in your session right now. Right, so I'll clean it. Now see, we are having a data. ID is there, gender is there, birth date is there, education is there, job category is there, current salary is there, beginning salary is there, job time is there, previous experience is there, and minority is there. Now I will go in variable. So from here I can understand the codings which are there. Yeah, the codings which are there. So when I click on it, it says M is for male, F is for female. Okay. When I go in education, see here education is represented by number. So if any employee has studied up to 12 standard, it is indicated by 12. First year college 13, second year college 40. The job category is clerical, custodial and manager. The salary is current salary and salary begin. Job time is from how many months he is with our company, months is hired. Previous experience. A person is present in minority, yes or no. Now this is the US 1994 data. Listen to me very carefully. This is US 1994 data, the original data which is available in SPSS dataset, and what is minority for them, I don't know. This is the US data. You can see everything is in dollars. It is available in SPSS dataset. Okay. Now let's proceed further. Let us see the scales of measurement. You can see here gender is there, right? Can anybody tell me gender has been captured in which scale? Please post in the chat box. Gender, which scale it is? Male, female. Please write your answer. It is nominal scale. Very nice. I want answer from everybody. Okay. I want the answer from everybody. Okay. Nominal scale. Very nice. Good. Now, education. It is in which scale? Education is in which scale? Which scale you give to education? Education is in which scale? It is a ordinal scale. So normally we get confused in nominal and ordinal scale. No need to worry. I'll explain. What is the difference? The number 1 here can be nominal scale also and ordinal also. The line of demarcation is, see carefully all of you. Don't be in hurry to post anything. See carefully all of you. Okay. Suppose any student is having roll number 1 and another student is holding in a class rank 1, right? Which number is conveying more meaning? Which number is telling something about the student? Tell me. Is it his roll number? No. Roll number 1? No. Listen carefully. It's not a roll number. Rank is conveying more meaning because rank talks about the dedication, motivation and the hard work of the student. Roll number 1 is just a number, and therefore when we are having just a number, it does not have any implied meaning. It is nominal. But any number is having some meaning attached to it, then it is ordinal. Assistant professor, associate professor, professor, lieutenant, colonel, major. So this is rank. Jersey number 10, ICC ranking 5. Is it clear? Shall I proceed further? Fine. So whenever we are having nominal or ordinal data, we will go for bar chart or pie chart. For intervals and ratio, we will go for histograms. Okay. So how we can do this? Let's see. So first of all, we will identify gender, nominal, education, ordinal, job category. Job category. Can you tell me job category is what? Job category, ordinal. Very nice. Current salary. Okay. Current salary. It's a ratio data. 0 means 0. No salary. Fine. Beginning salary. Ratio. Job time. 0 months. Fine. Previous experience. Okay. Ratio. Minority. Now answer for minority. Which scale it is? Nominal. Very nice. Excellent. Very nice. Now we'll start analyzing the data. You have to click here, analyze. Now see here, all of you, please pay attention. categorical, minority, categorical, nominal. I'll go in statistics. Okay. Can I calculate the mean here? Say yes or no. Can I calculate the mean? Say yes or no. All of you say yes or no. Right. We cannot calculate the mean here. No, we cannot calculate the mean here. Let us go back into the concept. The concept is this. If you are carrying out a survey and you have coded 1 as male and 0 as female, can you write that in my survey the mean gender is 0.6? Can you write such things? Say yes or no in the chat box. We cannot write. Definitely we cannot write. And therefore, this statistics is not valid here. So there is always a confusion that which statistics to use. Right? No need to worry. I will provide you a very ready reckoner which you will be able to use for your life network. Right? Please write it down. If your variable is nominal, you can go for mode. If it is ordinal, you can go for median and mode. If it is scale, you can go for mean, median and mode. Clear? Is it clear? Can you see this? All of you? Please write it down. No mistakes. Because software will never say that you are doing something wrong. It will give you the output. Okay, let's see. See, let us deliberately do the mistake. Deliberately. Okay, deliberately we are doing the mistake. Please don't do this. I am activating mean. Continue. Click OK. It has not generated only. It's quite good. In the old version it was generating. Here it is not generating. Fine, quite good. Otherwise mean will be generated which will say that this is the mean. Fine. Let's go back in frequencies and remove this tick mean. Continue. Now I will go in charts. I'll activate the bar chart. I'll activate the percentage here. Continue. Format. Organize output by variables. Continue. OK. Now see, it has generated its first output. Is it clear? Female, male, their percentages. Okay, their percentages. Now you want the percentage to be represented here. Double click on it and just have a small click here. The percentages will appear. See this? Can you see the percentages now? All of you? Can you see the percentages? Yeah. So it is giving me the percentage. Similarly, education level also. You can double click here. Click here. Percentage. Okay. Done. Here also you can say employment category. But now I want percentages to be represented in the upper one. So I can do that also. I will go in custom, apply, and my percentages are on top. Done. Shall I proceed further? Shall I proceed further? All of you? Any doubts are there? Please post it in the chat box. Done? Okay. Now we will go back again in analyze descriptive statistics, and the first option we have already activated. The second option, descriptives. Okay, descriptive. Now I will transfer the salary. Why? Because it is a continuous variable. It is a scale variable. And whenever we are having a scale variable, you can have mean, median, all the statistics which are there can be applied here. Transfer it here, click on options, and you can see here mean and standard deviation is on. Continue. Click OK. So we are having minimum, maximum, mean, standard deviation. Done? Is it clear now? All of you? I think now there is no confusion. Any doubts? Shall I proceed further? Okay. Now, let us come back on our original McDonald's story. In McDonald's, one thing which I can say is, at the end of the day, I will count the overall picture. That how many you can say burgers have been sold, right? But I want to do the bifurcation many ways. The first way is that whatever burgers have been sold, I want to bifurcate according to the category. Then say for example, first type of burger, second type of burger, third type of burger, right? And here I want to include the gender, male and female. Is it clear? Is it clear, all of you? So I want to see the consumption of the burgers according to the male and female, right? So what I'll do, I'll make a table. Male, female, first category, second category, and third category of the burger, right? So we are doing here cross tabulation. Is it clear? Cross tabulation. So now let us come back on this page and try to understand what possible combinations can be there. So here it is a category. The categorical variable will be included. Here category is there. Here continuous is there. And here continuous data is there. Okay. Category. So in our data we are having gender as a categorical data, male, female. Here the example can be the job category, clerical, custodial and managerial, and here another thing can be the minority, yes or no. The continuous data is beginning salary, and here current salary also we can take it, right? Now when we are having a combination of category with category, you can go for plotting the bar chart. Okay, you can go for plotting the bar chart. Any question is there? I can hear some voice which is coming up. The bar chart, right? Male, female, clerical, custodial and managerial, right? But in the previous case we forgot to plot something. For continuous data, how to plot the histogram? Very simple. Go in graphs, legacy dialogues, histogram. I'll talk about current salary. Click display the normal curve. Click OK. See this histograms with frequency polygon. Is it clear? Is it clear, all of you?
Yes,
Shall I
sir.
proceed? Okay. Now there is a combination of category with category. Again, go in data. You will pick up two categorical variables and you will tell me that cross tabulation can be done between which two categorical variables. Please post it in the chat box. You will only pick up two categorical variables. Okay, please reply. Others also reply. It is not so tough. Please pick up which two categorical variable you will pick up. Very nice. Now we will run the analysis. Go in analyze, descriptive statistics, go in cross tabs. Okay, transfer gender into rows, job category into columns, and have a small tick here, display clustered bar chart. Click OK. I think you are able to understand what we are trying to do. In clerical, how many females are there? In custodial, how many females are there? In managerial, how many females are there? In clerical, how many males are there? In custodial, how many males are there? In managerial, how many males are there? Is it clear, all of you? Is it clear? Category to category. Right? Category to category. We are going from category to category. Now, let us go back on the basics. When both are continuous, both the variables are continuous, what we can do? Both are continuous. What we can do? Which chart I can represent? Is it okay? I can go for, no, histogram is for univariate. I can go for scatter plot. Okay, I can go for scatter plot. So from where I'll go? So go in analyze. Scatter, simple scatter, define. Salary begin, click OK. Now you can see the representation, that what is the relationship of current salary with the beginning salary. Is it clear? because here we are having a continuous data. Is it clear from your side? Now, shall I proceed further? Are you able to understand how statistics is working? It is very simple. Okay, statistics is very simple if you understand with the stories. Right. Now I want to see that this relationship which is there, this relation, is it same for male and female, or the relationship is different? So in the scatter plot, I want to have a different representation. Then please have a different scatter plot for male and female. So how can I do this? So I'll again go back here, I'll activate this simple scatter plot, and I'll say set markers by gender. Click OK. And now you can see we are having different representations for male and female. Right? Is the relationship for job category also? Let us go back, transfer it here, click OK. Right? So you can see custodial salary is more or less nearer. In custodial the salary increments are not so high. But if I talk about manager, the manager who joins green color dots, there are very high chances that his salary can go skyrocketing salaries can be there. But if you are in custodial category, the salary, there is no significant difference in current salary and the beginning salary. Right? Is it clear, all of you? Shall I proceed further now? Right. Now let us come back on this chart. Now at present you cannot do anything here. No chart can be represented here. Here you can represent this chart. You can definitely make a chart, and here the chart will be a bar chart. Okay, but this bar chart will be different from this bar chart because this bar chart is developed on the basis of frequency. This bar chart will be developed on the basis of the mean value, right? On the mean value. So male, female, and then average salary. Okay, so this will be based on average. The length of the bar shows the average. Clear? Shall I proceed further now? Am I audible? All of you? Am I audible? Fine. Now, let's talk about the statistics which we have to use when we are in the zone of using two variables together. Now, most of the time we get confused that which statistics to use when. Right? So I will again write down here category. And here also I will write down category. Here also I will write down continuous. The same thing I will repeat here, continuous. Right? Now when we are using category to category, we do the cross tabulation, which we have seen in the earlier part, and the statistics which we can run is chi-square. When we are from continuous to continuous, either you can have a correlation or we can have regression. In this section, we are using t-test or ANOVA. Now we will keep this same at present cross, because in advanced analysis these zones open for logistic regression and discriminant analysis. For the basic statistics we will keep the cross here, right? Please pay attention. We normally get confused in framing the hypothesis also. Okay? We get confused. Just a minute. And I will teach you how to frame the hypothesis also. I will again write down the same thing here. This is category, continuous, category, and continuous. So whenever you are running an analysis of category to category, we have understood that you will be using chi-square. And whenever you are running chi-square, in your null hypothesis, the word association should be there. Okay? Now when you are running from continuous to continuous, right? So either it can be correlation or regression. So if you are using correlation, in your hypothesis word relationship should be there. And if you are using regression, then your hypothesis should consist any of this word like effect, impact, or influence. Now when you are in this section, then your hypothesis should consist of a word difference. This is again cross. Clear? Please write down in your chat box. Clear. Please, all of you write down. All of you write down. Done? Fine. Let us come back here. Now, we get confused most of the time. How to frame the hypothesis? Okay? Okay, now see, most of the time we get confused and how to frame the null hypothesis. I'll make very simple for you. Okay, very simple. First of all, make this template. Okay, make this template and identify all the categorical variables. So in our data set, the categorical variables which are there is gender, job category, and minority. Repeat the same thing here. Gender, job category, and minority. Now here, continuous, we are having current salary, beginning salary, previous experience, and what it was, another thing was previous experience and job time. Done. Same thing repeat here. Current salary, beginning salary, previous experience, and job time. Done. Is it clear, all of you? Is it clear? Now pay attention, Pay attention, all of you. Is it clear? Please write down in the chat box. Okay. Now we will frame the null hypothesis. I'll make the things very, very simple for you, right? I am writing here null. Okay? And I want to write the null hypothesis for this one. So always keep no first, and it should have a word association. Is it done, all of you? Is it done? Okay. Pick up one word from here, one variable from here, gender, and one word from here. Right? Now complete the statement. There is no significant association between gender and minority. Is null ready? Is null ready for you now? Say yes. Is null ready? Is it simple? Is it simple? Right. Again go back. There is no significant association between job category and minority. There is no significant association between gender and minority. So many things you can frame from here. Now, when we are in this zone, right? So, let us pick up one variable from here and one variable from here. I'll write down null. First, no. Current salary, beginning salary, and it should have a word relation. There is no significant relationship between current salary and beginning salary. Done? Is it done? Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now we talk about this one. Okay? Null. Again, no. Current salary, difference, and gender. There is no significant difference in current salary according to the gender. Right? There is no significant difference in current salary according to the gender. Is it clear, all of you? Shall I proceed further? I hope now nobody will face a problem in framing the null hypothesis. Okay? Shall I proceed further? Say yes or no. Right. So, we will start the first type of analysis. Again, I will go back here. In analyze, descriptive statistics. So, whenever I am going from category to category, cross steps, we had already run the cross steps, right? But now one advanced level will be activated. So I'll go in statistics. I'll click on chi-square, continue, cells, row, column, continue. Okay. Click on OK. So it has generated some too many numbers. No need to worry. Now, you have to always remember one thumb rule. The thumb rule is when the p-value is less than 0.05, we reject null hypothesis. And our null hypothesis is what? There is no relationship, there is no association, there is no significant difference. When the p-value is more than 0.05, we fail to reject null hypothesis. Okay? At the back of the mind, you have to keep except, but don't write in your research paper. Okay? If you want to be in academics, please write down this thumb rule on your doors. Okay, on your doors, wherever you can see every day, because whatever statistics which are there in the world, they are working on this value only, right? So it is just like a guru mantra which you will have to remember forever if you want to be in academics. When the p-value is less than 0.05, we reject null hypothesis. When the p-value is more than 0.05, we fail to reject null hypothesis. Is it clear? Write yes and no in the chat box. Either you can write Y and no if you are not able to understand. Clear? Right. Let us go back and try to understand this. How? First of all, see the p-value. It is 0.000. What is your interpretation? Can you tell me? What is your interpretation? What is your interpretation? P-value less than 0.05. Can you tell me? Okay. Now, most of the time, we face a problem in writing the analysis. Do you agree? Do you face a problem in writing the analysis? Say yes or no. Do you face the problem? Okay. So, we always face a problem in writing the analysis. So, how to write technically? So, my null is there is no association between gender and job category. The alternative is there is significant association between gender and job category. Now I will bring the result here. Right? And we will write the output. Okay? We will write down as the p-value of Pearson chi-square. You can see here is 0.00, which is less than 5% level of significance. We reject null, which means that there is association between gender and job category. Okay, so some association has been found. But what is association? For that, again we will go in output table and try to understand from this that what the association is there. I'll again copy this and take it in the Word file. So now the interpretation is, you can write down the interpretation in this way. Out of 474 respondents, out of 474 respondents, you can see here 56.7% are female in clerical category. Okay, can you see this, all of you? This figure. Normally, we write the frequencies which are highest and which are lowest. So let us see in the output window. So this category is highest, this category is highest, and the lowest is this, right? So you can pick up any one of them and you can do the interpretation, right? So either you can talk about this one or you can talk about this one. So let's say about this one, 74. So out of 474 respondents, 28.7% are male in managerial category. Is it clear? Please write down in the chat box. Is it clear? Please say yes or no in the chat box. Okay. Again, come back to the data. So we have understood this analysis, association. It is only used when we are running an analysis from category to category. Now let us try to run the analysis between current salary and beginning salary. Okay, what will be the null hypothesis? Can anybody take a trouble to frame a null hypothesis for me? Current salary and beginning salary. What will be the null hypothesis? Can anybody take a trouble for me to frame the null hypothesis? Please write in the chat box. Please write in the chat box quickly. Yeah, somebody has taken some trouble to write in the chat box. It is there no significant difference between current salary and beginning salary, right? There is no significant difference between current salary and the beginning. There is no significant difference between current salary and beginning salary. No. See carefully. See carefully. No. Yeah, Harish Kumar is right. See, Harish Kumar is right. Why he is right? Because you cannot use the word difference in that compartment. You have to use the word. You have to use the word relation. Okay, Smriti madam, it is not the bagging salary, it is a beginning salary. Okay, it's not a bagging salary, right? Fine. Let us go back. To run the correlation, we will go in analyze, correlation, bivariate. I'll transfer salary beginning, and it the default tick will be the Pearson tick, right? Click OK, and you will get the answer. Can you see this? Can you see it? All of you? Now see the p-value. Okay, see the p-value, all of you. Now we will write technically. First of all, let us write the null. What will be the null? There is no significant relationship between current salary and beginning salary. Is it clear, all of you? Clear? Now let me take this result here and we will start the interpretation. As the p-value of Pearson correlation is how much? Is 0.00. This one, this value, right? This value is less than 5% level of significance. We reject null hypothesis, which means that there is significant relationship between current salary and beginning salary. The correlation which exists between them is 0.88, right? Correlation is 0.88. Clear, all of you? Is it clear? Done? Shall I proceed further now, all of you? Anybody having a doubt, please be frank enough to me. Okay, shall I move to the next level? Okay, now we enter into the third compartment, this compartment, where one variable is continuous and another variable is category. You pick up one variable, frame the null hypothesis and post it in the chat box. One is categorical and another is a continuous. Pick up one variable quickly. There is no significant difference. Dr. Sweta, you are right. But don't use the word between. Okay, between is when you are using relation. What you will use instead of between, Dr. Sweta? Replace it. There is no significant difference. Reframe it, Dr. Sweta. I expect something from you. Please, can you change this? All words are correct. Remove between. There is no significant difference. Dr. Sweta, please complete. How will you reframe, Dr. Sweta? Are you trying, Dr. Sweta? Say yes or no. Hello. Yeah. See, you will write there is no significant difference in current salary in male and female, or you can also write there is no significant difference in current salary according to the gender. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yeah, very nice, very nice. Harish Kumar has written it quite good, according to the gender, right? So we are comparing the means of two salary. It is a salary of male and salary of female. So for that purpose, I will go in analyze, compare means, independent sample t test. I'll transfer salary here and the grouping variable is here. Define groups. So my first group is male, second group is female. Continue. Click OK. I got the result. Right? Now, again I will go in the Word file and I'll write it down here, null. So I'll directly copy the null hypothesis written by Harish Kumarji. Okay, very nicely he has written it. So if Harish Kumarji gives me the permission, I'll directly copy it. Fine. So there is no significant difference in current salary according to the gender. Alternative is there is significant difference in current salary according to the gender. Right? Now, let me copy this result and take it there. Clear? Now you have to focus the p-value which is here. This p-value. Okay? Now we will write technically as the p-value of t-test is 0.00, which is less than 5% level of significance. We reject null hypothesis, which means that there is significant difference in salary of male and female. It means that on an average, male and female are not drawing equal salary. Who is drawing more? So for that we will have to go in means and we will have to see this figure. This means that as the mean salary of male is $41,000 and that of female is $26,000. So males are drawing more salary in comparison to female. Is it clear, all of you? Is it clear? Shall I proceed further? Say yes or no. Fine. Now let us come back here. You will tell me that this is your data, right? Which two variables are there on which I can run independent sample t-test? Tell me. Pick up the two variables from your side and tell me. One is categorical. Okay, let me see. Gender and job time. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Job category and salary, Smrita ma'am, you cannot do it. You cannot do it. Can you tell me the reason why, Smrita ma'am? You are correct, but you cannot run it. Why? See, Smrita ma'am has written something here that we can run job category and salary. It is in that compartment only. The only problem here is, Sweta ma'am, that here we are having the grouping variable which are more than 2, clerical, custodial and managerial, and therefore we cannot run t-test. So next level we will see ANOVA. Okay, is it clear, Smita ma'am? Gender and salary, so we have run it. Still there is one variable in which we can previous experience and salary, both of them are continuous. Nivedita Biswas, both of them are continuous. You cannot run that Nivedita Biswas. I want one categorical variable which is having 2 groups and one continuous variable. Please see carefully on your screen. Gender and previous experience, okay. Anything else? I am still waiting for the answer, a correct answer. Gender I have completed. There is one more, very nice. Shivani Pawar has correctly stated this. Minority and salary. Okay. Now, please write in the chat box the null hypothesis of this. Minority and salary. Please write the null hypothesis. All of you, please write the null hypothesis. Whatever is your thinking. Please write it. Please write the null hypothesis. I have explained to you I have explained you. Please write the null hypothesis. You have to pick up the word difference, you have to pick up the word salary, you have to pick up the word minority. Come on, who is trying? Tell me. Yeah, Harish Kumar ji has all completed. There is no significant difference in salary according to the minority. So now Dr. Sweta is also able to write it very nicely. Shivani Parmar has also written, Dr. Nida Khan has also written. So I'm quite happy that now you are in the position to frame the hypothesis. Professor Abhishek has also written it quite nicely. No significant difference in salary and नहीं लिखना है, आपको लिखना है according to the minority. There is no significant difference in salary according to the minority. Okay? And नहीं लिखना है. ठीक है, चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. We'll go in analyze, compare means, independent sample t-test. Now instead of gender, I will transfer minority here, define groups 1 and here 0. Continue. Okay. Now see this p-value and you will only do the interpretation. See this p-value. You will only do the interpretation. Tell me, what is your interpretation? What is your interpretation according to the p-value? We reject null hypothesis. Very nice. As the p-value is less than 0.05, we reject null hypothesis. It means that there is a significant difference in the salary according to the status of the person, if he is in minority or not. Okay. So who is drawing more? Minority yes, $28,000. Minority no, $36,000. Clear? Shall I proceed further? Say yes or no. Shall I proceed further? I hope you are able to understand the things. Okay, let us come back here. Now, the family of t-test consists of 3 members. One sample t-test, independent sample t-test and paired sample or a dependent sample t-test. Now here, one consists of before and after, right? dependent sample t-test. This means that your knowledge about data analysis before my session and after the session, the participants remain same. Is it clear? Participant remains same. So there is a confusion which is happening to all of you, that what is the difference between independent sample t-test and dependent sample t-test? Very simple, very simple. See, suppose I am comparing two groups, and if the participants in both the groups are different, then I will be running independent sample t-test. Why? Because both the groups are different. The example is section A, section B, process A, process B, department A, department B. But if your participants remain same, and you are trying